It's Morning Jam and welcome to The Encounter. Joining us today, we've got Raafay Munir Saab, who has diverse experience in tech, food and retail industries. He's progressed through his career by working in category management, commercial and operations with Metro before becoming a part of international program and worked in Poland and Germany. Since his return, he has been setting up, scaling and turning around multiple businesses and verticals and is currently working with Foodpanda as business unit head strategic verticals. A travel enthusiast and loves food, Raafay Munir joins us. Good morning and welcome to The Encounter, Raafay.
Good morning and thank you very much for having me on the show.
So, travel enthusiast. Well, I've got to ask your best destination. You love going back to again and again.
I think has to be the northern areas. Anywhere you take me in Pakistan, I think that's always the place you would always love to be.
At home, up north. I love it. So, your business unit head, strategic verticals. What does that mean exactly?
So, business unit head is essentially a role in our organization where you are responsible for end-to-end multiple verticals. So, verticals is actually one of the business streams that we have. So I am looking after 5 out of 12 verticals in Foodpanda. So mainly they include home chefs. If you would have ordered on restaurants, you would have probably come across that. We have an option of pickup, which is essentially takeaway food. We have recently launched Panda High Street. That's another. Then we have a subscription plan by the name of Panda Pro. And essentially offshoot of that, which is dine-in, where you can get discounts when you go and dine in a restaurant. So these 5 verticals are being headed by me, and I'm end-to-end responsible for all the business-related decisions for it.
No pressure. So all of these, so they're your strategic verticals. What are some of the other verticals?
So besides this, we have our main food delivery business, which we call restaurants business overall.
Right.
We have our own brands by concepts. There are multiple brands which we are operating out of our restaurant partners.
Yeah.
Thirdly, we have our cloud shared kitchens in Karachi and Lahore and Multan. And beside that, we have our grocery and relevant businesses, which includes our dark store Panda Mart, which includes our marketplace shops, which includes our B2B business. And then we have on-demand rider service by the name of Panda Go.
I remember the last one on the show, you alluded to the Panda Pro. And you just mentioned it earlier. Can you? It's on now. But can you give us and share some details about that particular vertical program?
Yeah. So last week when I was on your show, we were about to launch another month or so. So that we did. Yeah. Finally, thankfully, things went according to the plan. So in that Panda Pro, so essentially the idea was that we have a lot of loyal customers coming onto our platform.
Yeah.
Essentially, you're loyal, you're looking for being part of a premium service or something where you can get something additional out of it. And as an organization, we also want something that for people to actually be stuck onto our app and using our services, they should actually be getting some additional benefit.
Yeah.
So for an extremely nominal rate, I would say, you can subscribe to our subscription service, Panda Pro. Essentially, anybody who orders more than twice a month would start benefiting from it. And because the program actually costs you only 249 rupees per month.
Right.
If you take yearly plan, or for the 6 month and annual, if you take annual plan, that costs you around 167 rupees a month, which is, I think, very nominal. You end up saving a lot. Because first of all, you get 10 free deliveries within a month.
Right.
Actually, you end up saving 800, 900 rupees over that. Then you get 2 vouchers of 10% off on Panda Mart, which is essentially another 400 rupees of saving. Then if you use our pickup or takeaway service, you can get additional 5% discount over and above the existing discount that is going on. Then on all our partner restaurants, so essentially on most of the restaurants across the country, more than 1/3, you get exclusive deals and discounts as a pro customer. Right. So those discounts are usually 10, 15% over and above either the normal ongoing discounts or they will be exclusive only available for the pro customers. So, and last but not the least, you can actually also use the dine-in service. So if you are actually going to dine in one of your favorite restaurants, you can avail a discount on your bill.
So it's a subscription service that has pulled all of the verticals together,
Absolutely.
right? And so you're able to sort of benefit from all of them with this one particular subscription.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So the idea was that we have a subscription plan. If you're an average user, you would actually be benefiting as you go along by using it more and more.
Yeah.
You get an opportunity to save across any of and most of our verticals.
Yeah.
You can use those services. You can save a lot. Essentially, on average, I think easily if you are using the basic services only, you can end up saving 3,000, 4,000 rupees on top. As much as you dine in, you can there's no upside to it actually. So it's all about how well you utilize your service. And as I said, who even orders twice a month starts benefiting and starts saving up.
We'll go to a quick break. Come back. Mr. Raafay Munir joining us. He's just touched on the dine-in option too. We'll get back into that and some more with Raafay Munir, Business Unit Head, Strategic Verticals, Foodpanda. Raafay will be back straight after this break. This is The Encounter on FM91. Joining us, Raafay Munir, Business Unit Head, Strategic Verticals, Foodpanda. Just before the break, Raafay, you were telling us about the Panda Pro subscription service. I remember that was the last time you were on. It was about to launch, and now it's sort of well and truly sort of up and running. You've also mentioned the dine-in option. Could you elaborate on that? What is that exactly?
So, if you actually log on to your Foodpanda app, you'll see among some multiple options, there's not dine-in option available. Dine-in option at the moment can only be availed by a pro customer, so it's like a premium service for the pro customers. It has a number of restaurants. If I tell you exactly, we have more than 1,200 plus restaurants across Pakistan. You can actually select the restaurant, see the distance from your area, you can see the location, you can see the pictures of their menu, ambience, and the food that can help facilitate the decision making. But once you are at the restaurant, you just need to tell them that I'm a pro customer. And at the time of billing, in your app, it just gives you an option to just scroll one of the toggles to redeem, and it shows you that the discount is being availed. So it just gives you a voucher code, which restaurants will take a look at, and they will pass on the discount to you. Nice. On average, we are offering 25 to 30% discount across all these restaurants. And these include all your major upscale and your favorite restaurants in any of the cities. Primarily, it's concentrated in Karachi, Lahore, and Islamabad, but it's also available in 8 other cities. But you just name it, and hopefully you will have all the top restaurants there that you can avail the discount on.
You know, in recent times, and probably pandemic, post-pandemic, sort of home-based chefs have really sort of flourished, and Foodpanda's recognized that, and have made that, facilitated, sort of the home chef and the end customer. How has it picked up in recent times? The home chef sort of aspect of vertical.
So home chef was actually inspiration, a Pakistani inspiration, I would say, where Pakistan amongst the Foodpanda countries recognized that, okay, so we have a number of people who want to work from their home. They do not have perhaps the means or resources to set up commercial setups, but they're good at what they do. And it would be a good idea to probably provide them with a platform. So we launched Home Chefs right at the verge of pandemic. So what it ended up doing was that it just did not provide a platform for many aspirational home chefs, but also when people were being laid off and they were facing financial constraints and had to get home, many of them turned towards becoming home chefs, and since then they had been flourishing. We have a wide range of home chefs operating all across Pakistan. And what they are able to do is, so there are few, I would say, interesting value propositions that the home chefs provide. First of all, it's about supporting those entrepreneurs. More than 75% of those home chefs are females working out of their homes. We have a lot of success stories out of them as well. But from a customer perspective, they provide usually a very affordable meal. It's essentially ghar ka khana, so it comes with all the perks that it's hygienic, It's using the right ingredients. It's not a commercially ingredients are not being used over and over again. And it comes with that warmth and love of the food being prepared at home. Is not very heavy, good for yourself as well,
Yeah.
for the health as well.
Yeah.
And on top, there are multiple different cuisines that are available through these home chefs. So there are a number of home chefs which are providing items that are not usually available on restaurants. So, for example, they will be providing you with vegetables, they will be providing you with lentils, they will be providing you with dumplings, khauses, you name it, and some regional dishes that are not usually commercially available.
Right.
And also, it has been flourishing for our partners, the home chefs. And on the other hand, I think it gives customers a wide range of options as well. So it's a win-win for both.
You know, you're a travel enthusiast, and so this would make sense to you. There's a concept of pickup, right? And it's very, it's just what happens. You travel and it's, I'm coming for a pickup, and I need to order a pickup, etc. How do customers here in Pakistan sort of assess or use this?
So pickup service, it's culturally it's much more prevalent in other countries outside, where the concept of just walking along, picking up your coffee and bagels on the way, and something for the breakfast, also saving time. That concept had been there. Interestingly, in Pakistan, I think all of us are doing pickup anyway.
Yeah.
So we also are into the habit of going out on drives, grabbing some juice or ice cream on the way, dining within our car. So that's essentially takeaway as well. So number of use cases that in Pakistan, the only thing is that we probably don't realize that we do it a bit differently. We are not mostly on foot, but we are on our bikes and cars mostly when we are doing it.
Yeah.
But everybody is doing pickup. So essentially, pickup has done essentially well in Pakistan as well. People have started picking up on it, I think, everybody.
Yeah.
And honestly speaking, I think pickup on Foodpanda also comes with a number of great options. So essentially, all our partner restaurants have what we call an evergreen discount. So it's always 10 to 15% off in any case.
Achha.
Then we have a number of deals and discounts going on, which just takes the discounts up to 25, 30, 35% or even more in some cases. So you get to save a lot on the money part. You do not have to pay the delivery fees or the platform fees that we have on delivery side. So that's essentially another amount of saving. But that also ends up saving a lot of time and hassle for you. So you can just place an order, just walk in, skip the queue, take your order and come out. So you do not have to wait for very long. So it just makes the whole ecosystem very user-friendly for the customers.
So we're sort of getting to know some of the sort of the new additions to the Foodpanda sphere, and some of the verticals is the sort of the proper way of saying it. But joining us this morning is Raafay Munir, Business Unit Head, Strategic Verticals, Foodpanda. So we've had the Panda Pro. We've had a little the dine-in. We've had a little look in a dine-in and the sort of pickup facility. Now, there's something else you mentioned earlier on too, in passing, was High Street, which is another new Foodpanda. Tell us about that.
All right. So Panda High Street, we just launched a couple of months back, and the idea was to bring all your favorite upscale restaurants where you usually resort to for a fine dine experience overall.
Yeah.
To be brought to your house in the same pretty much experience.
Yeah.
So these are all the upscale restaurants clubbed together. So if you go onto your app, you'd see a carousel and swim lane. So carousel is like the ones on the top.
Yeah.
The some artworks where you can see that Fawaz Khan would be there. So you won't miss it. So you can just click on that and you see all your favorite fine dine upscale restaurants linked under that. And that gives you a chance to actually order from there, and that gives you a premium service in terms of a better, faster delivery service. Also, in case of any issues, you have dedicated customer support as well. So it's essentially giving you that end-to-end fine dine experience at your home. You can just order or order through pickup and avail that service. And we are trying to further improve and ramp up how we can make it better for all our customers.
So that ongoing support that you're alluding to on the High Street app is for the fussy Pakistani customer.
Yes.
That's
I
not
think
me.
that's the perk of either using the Panda High Street or Panda Pro.
Yeah.
These are the two services which gives you an exclusive, dedicated customer support where you don't have to wait in the queue.
Nice.
You just get immediate response from the customers and is sorted on priority.
You know, we're going through these times at the moment, and there's a lot of discussion on the economy, you know, instability, and all of this negative talk that you can't deny it, but yet you have, you know, a case study, i.e. Foodpanda, that is sort of expanding its sphere. How is it contributing to our current situation, the economy and society?
So I think Foodpanda, essentially, it's a subsidiary of a German company, Delivery Hero. We have regional APAC region for Foodpanda. And so first of all, setting up a organization like this brings in some of course, the foreign direct investment in the country as well, with that being invested. But I think we have a larger role to play from the society perspective. So I think if you look at our ecosystem, we provide certain support to our vendors, the restaurant partners that we have.
Yeah.
We are giving them an opportunity to actually cater to a much larger audience and market that they couldn't have reached out otherwise. So that helps them improve and increase their business. That is one part of it. The other part is, of course, providing the convenience to the customers and essentially providing them with a service. But from an economy perspective, I think one of the major contribution comes on the rider part. So we call them our heroes. I think those 50,000 plus riders on the road who are getting you your meals every day, hot and fresh to you, irrespective of what the situation is, what the weather is like, they are there. I think those 50,000 plus riders and their families being reliant on Foodpanda for their earning, I think that's in itself a huge, huge contribution to the economy, because when the times like pandemic hit, when the businesses were closing down, they were on Foodpanda. These people who were also losing out on jobs, or people who actually need an additional income. So it's a gig economy, of course. For the riders, they can choose when and where to work. So that gives them a lot of flexibility. So I think that contribution towards the economy in terms of those households being dependent and they're getting some extra earning here or being completely reliant on us, either our partners or these riders, and then the other, I think, associated industries as well. I think that's the overall contribution. So just imagine we have about 20,000 plus restaurants and marketplaces registered with us. We have Panda Marts that we are running on our own. Then we have more than 50,000 riders registered with us. So all of them and their families getting impacted. So that creates a huge ecosystem where Panda is able to contribute back. Then we have this home chefs.
Right.
Home chefs, actually, you are going to empower the women entrepreneurs, upcoming people who cannot afford the commercial ability. We train them, we give them the guidelines on how to run business, try to impart the business acumen as well. And that is another way of supporting our economy in many ways, where you're otherwise those homemakers who essentially had the right skills, couldn't find the platform to actually showcase it and get an earning out of it, can now actually do it through Foodpanda. So I think there are multiple ways and multi-facets of how this is supporting the economy as well and the society as well. So this is what we think, that we have certain responsibility towards society. We had like really, I think, patriotic people at the top of our chain, with the initially used to be Numan, now it's Muntaka. I think the directors and leadership team overall is always fixed on one thing. What can we do for the country? How can we pay back? How can we improve on society? So during the flood relief system, we had our donation campaigns. We have donation campaigns, and for charity right now during Ramadan as well, linking up with a number of NGOs where you can actually contribute through or donate through our app. So we are trying to find ways of how to give back to the country and society.
I'm particularly fascinated with home chefs, because what that does is that facilitates small businesses to generate revenue. How easy or difficult is it to get on Home Chefs?
So it's essentially very easy. So we have our portal. We have an email address where people can just sign up. Our sales team reach out to you. They actually not just reach out to you, they actually take you through the whole process and tell you how to set up your restaurant on Foodpanda app. What do you need to do exactly to get and attract more customers and orders without any investment or anything? And that is how we take them through each and every step. For us, there are a number of success stories that we have on Home Chefs. We have some even cases where they started branching out with their other cousins or family members in other areas, now setting up the same brand name. We have people who are now coming into our cloud kitchen, so finding a more commercial and viable, bigger setups to operate from, to increase their geographical availability as well. So the people who started off at the time when they were in dire need of financial support and setting up whole businesses around it. So we have a number of women who started off as a support when their husbands or brothers or somebody in the family lost jobs, and now they are working with them in the kitchen to support them. So I think it's always very inspirational for us to look at how we have been able to turn around a number of people in their lives. But I think this is, again, the idea was very simple. And setting it up, doing it, I think is very, very easy. And in this modern time, I think when you get all the support, what sort of menu items you need, what sort of pricing, how would you make money? How should you do the costing to reach the end price? How you'll be competitive, what sort of deals and promotions. So I think that is where we come in providing that support.
You know, one of the things love about this particular segment is we have people like yourselves who have got years and decades of experience abroad, and you're back in Pakistan, and you're in a in a decision-making position, etc. And we also use this segment to reach out to our youth, who need a little bit of motivation. What would you say to them in terms of, well, I guess as someone who's just recently graduated or would be thinking of getting into the workforce, does Foodpanda recruit into some of their management training programs, or are they recruiting at the moment? And if so, if someone is interested in working for Foodpanda, is there a way they can get in touch?
Yeah, so I think we have opportunities coming in. So we have our job portal where you can apply. So we have a lot of lateral hirings. We actually promote a lot of fresh people or with 1 to 2 years of experience. We have a number of positions coming up. So we are actually a very young organization. Yeah, I'm one of the oldest people in the organization. And by far the oldest, perhaps. So every age for us is probably between somewhere around 26 to 28 years. And beside that, we have our internship program, the apprenticeship program. We are just about to kick it off, I think, at the end of this very month, where people have an opportunity during their last year of studies to actually come work with us, see the environment, see the culture, contribute. We give them very meaningful roles. It's not just an internship where you photocopy and everything. You actually make an impact. You come in, and based on that, even the top few are then taken back into the workforce as well. I think that's a very good opportunity for them as well. Beside that, we have a number of positions coming up. I think as we are expanding, people can directly apply. And then we have a lot of areas of business. So you see, we have the commercial where you have sales and account management. You have operations, customer experience, logistics, vendor experience, marketing, and within marketing, brand strategy, performance marketing. You have the product side, you have finance, you have HR with the multiple facets of HR. So I think there's so many opportunities for anyone with any area of interest to actually just come in and get into workforce and start making an impact straight away.
Raafay Munir from Foodpanda. Again, explain Panda Pro to us.
Panda Pro is essentially our subscription service where our customers can actually benefit from additional discounts and services that we have. And it just brings under one umbrella all the whole bouquet of verticals that we are offering with 10 free deliveries, additional 5% discount on pickup, 2 Panda Mart vouchers of 10% off every month, exclusive deals and discount across most of our restaurant partners, and then the exclusivity of using the dine-in service where you can avail the
Right.
discount when you go and decide dining in at the restaurants.
And that dine-in service is only available for Panda Pro subscribers, right? So we're giving away a free yearly subscription of Panda Pro. What is the Food Panda tagline of the Ramzan campaign that is running on TV? So what are some of the new initiatives that we can expect from Food Panda?
So I think number of things in the pipeline. I think the benefit of being in the tech industry is you can just think and execute things very quickly.
Right.
So besides the things in the pipeline, you never know, there might be a few more coming in across the line. But we are in the process of testing out and launching our Panda Go C2C service.
Okay.
So essentially, this is the consumer service. If you need to order or deliver anything from one place to another, you can use our wide array of rider fleet to do it at a very affordable rate. So we have already launched in Karachi. We will be very soon within this month in Karachi, Lahore and Islamabad as well. So you can so if you want to deliver anything from point A to point B within the city, you can just go through app, select the end and start location and start delivering between the two places. So that is there. Beside that, we have been expanding our corporate footmark with these services. So Panda Pro for corporate is available, so for the organizations to give away as it's a very affordable and cheap, of course. So you can actually give out to your whole workforce the Panda Pro service for so we can set up a corporate account on a discounted rate. We have set up a B2B business, which is essentially corporate pantry that we have. We have a number of partnerships coming in. So we are providing a number of opportunities in terms of ad tech. You can put up ads on Food Panda app. So those partnerships, we are liaisoning with the number of, actually, we are adding up more payment options as well. So we have recently started off with Jazz Cash, where we're giving away cashback as well. There will be more partners coming in. So you can use not just your debit and credit card and cash option, but other payment options as well. In terms of business, we are looking forward to expand our kitchens. I think we are coming up with a slightly different concept from the initial one, where beside the cloud kitchens, there would be some sitting spaces and dining spaces as well, or pickup points as well, where you can use it. So we are starting off in Karachi, Aisha Manzil as well. So that will be one of the first ones. So I think number of things in the pipeline. We are very excited about all the offerings coming in. And with Food Panda, you never know, there might be an even more exciting thing coming up within days in the coming few months and weeks.
And we'll be waiting for you to keep us posted then.
Absolutely.
Always good to have you. Raafay Munir, Business Unit Head, Strategic Verticals, Food Panda. Thank you so much for your time this morning on The Encounter.
So thank you very much for having me on the show. It's always a fan moment coming up with you.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
so I think humbled and honored to be here. And once again, thanks a lot for having me on the show.
Thank you. Raafay Munir, Business Unit Head, Strategic Verticals, Food Panda.